someone manufactures messes with the virus.
This Black Friday, you can sleep in.
All over the region. Retailers are calling this their
And the deadly virus, based on smallpox,
millions of dollars in cash sales
is tampered
changing
with
hands.
and is dropped, little drops on cash.
Hit the stores.
It impregnates the paper, gets passed around.
The flu season is off to its earliest start.
What looks like flu
variant of the flu, suspected case catching many experts off guard.
goes on to be a real killer. I mean, this could so be this year, couldn't it?
Back on the breaking news, leading with unconfirmed reports of a smallpox outbreak.
Is a highly rehearsed scenario.
And National Guard units converging on a hospital in central
bridges
Manhattan.
are closed. It's smallpox is a very real
More deaths
danger.
than AIDS, more than Ebola.
Not enough vaccines.
Let me stop you there. This is not a panic situation.
An entire American city
Known as the green poison, Central Park has been converted to a mass burial ground.
Power outages, gas line leaks, fires. The government's
We're expecting another night of widespread looting.
People of New York are begging.
What would have
Any available units. Fire and house to the
Our first responders are either dead
no resources available.
or treated like animals.
It's not our job. We're not trained for that.
And so things get out of hand very quickly with a virus that
When
has
we were
been
activated,
played with.
we knew the situation was bad. Worse than anyone knew. We're an elite, highly skilled group of embedded agents. They only call us when everything else has failed. We have no rules. We have no limits. Our job is to protect what remains.
We are your co-workers. We are your neighbors. We might even be your friends.
But when we get the call,
We leave everything behind.
we are
The Division.
And you begin right here. So the idea is that there is the JTF, Joint Task Force, which is a combination of military that is meant to keep everything under control, meant to be sorting out and quarantining, but it's all absolutely gone to pot. People have not responded well to their confinement, to their isolations, and as a result the JTF is in complete disarray with only a little bit of them left, and as a result the government have activated this secret task force that they hope they'd never use, called the Division, and that's where you are. So character creation, male or female, and you can press G to randomize the heads. As you will see that it will cycle through, that there aren't many to choose from. Just choose the one that you want. Male. Of course there's variations in face covering and hair and skin tone and all the rest of it. And you just need to pick the one that you like, or that you feel is going to represent something of how you want your character to look, basically. I'm going to take him, I'm going to go to the hair. Move the mouse there to see what that will look like. I'm going to change the hair color to that. Why not? Just 4 different choices of facial hair. Then you can go on to add markings, which is scars, war paint, or tattoos. And accessories, you've got piercing, studs, glasses, whatever you like. I'm not going to go through the whole selection. What I will say is there's not a great massive number of things to choose from, so don't beat yourself up over getting exactly the character you want. Just choose something that you're happy with, and for most of the time you're not going to see yourself facially for most of the game anyway. Most of the time you're going to be seeing from the back. There'll just be a few clips which will allude to you, and then there's helmets and masks and all the rest of the armor, so you won't be seeing much otherwise. So choose something that you're basically happy with, even if it's not your ideal from a character creation point of view. Press confirm. and activate.
Intelligent System Analytic Computer is activated. All ISAC systems are confirmed online.
So the ISAC system
Cover at the marker to begin weapon verification.
Is the network computer that helps you and gives you guidance as to where to go and what to do. This is what your character looks to start with. As you go along, you will be getting different pieces of armor, but none of the armor that you buy or pick up will show. It will all be underneath. What will show is just the appearances, and there's a whole different set of clothing and routine for that. We will have a look at that later. For now, let's follow the tutorial. And it wants us to come to this newsstand that's over here, and we press space to take cover.
Weapon test initialized. Open fire at the highlighted targets.
It wants us to get used to practicing shooting. Now you can shuffle. See, we shuffle that way. So you can take a different position. You can turn and stay in cover and shuffle back again to get the shot that you want. Also, depending on the angle of enemies, as you can see there, I could get shot. So sometimes you want to just shuffle in a way that gets you better protection. Then you click the right mouse button, will send you just over the top, and you're ready to shoot if you want. Now then, you don't have to do it that way. If you put the cursor onto where you want to shoot and just press left now shoot, he will do a blind shooting like this.
Primary weapon test successful.
Okay, I did do it successfully, that was fine, but blind shooting is never very accurate. Okay, it's okay if people are coming, if they're charging right at you and you want to do blind firing, then that's absolutely fine. But if they're a bit of a distance, you will use a lot of ammunition not very successfully by blind firing. Ideally, what you want to do is go over with your right button, pinpoint it, and shoot. Now right now it wants me to change to my side weapon.
Weapon test initialized. Open fire at the highlighted targets.
All your side weapons have unlimited ammunition. You do need to reload, but the ammunition is unlimited.
Sidearm test successful.
Press R for reload.
Welcome aboard, Agent. This is Louis Chang, Northeast Section Commander of the Division. You have been activated because Brooklyn has become dangerously unstable. Isaac has updated us with your progress. Proceed to the nearest safe house for your full equipment loadout.
Okay. Now if you look on the mini map on the top left hand corner as I'm playing, you will see the orange dot in the center. That is me. You will see an orange diamond flashing. That is where I should be heading. There's also a little orange arrow near that diamond to show the direction to take. Right now I want you to notice the little white square that's near my orange dot. It has an eye in it, and the reason why that's important is you will find squares like that with different things for different reasons as we go through the game, but the one with the eye in it is a reload point. Let's go and find out what it will look like. Now most of the time you will either find these, I said an eye, it's a bullet. Okay, it just looks like an eye on the minimap. Most of the times these reload points are either in your safe houses only, or at the beginning or midway through a mission. In the open world you won't see them much, but here is one, but that's only in this tutorial. Otherwise, safe houses and in the beginning and midway through a mission. So just bear that in mind when you are out and about. You can pick up extra bullets, extra ammunition, extra grenades and stuff like that from enemies who will drop them as you beat them. So here we are in Brooklyn. There's the famous Brooklyn Bridge. Do take your time in this game to absorb the fantastic detail that has gone into this game. It really is astounding. It's beautifully set, beautifully drawn.
Some cigarettes, got a fresh pack here unopened.
And as guys see you going around, if they recognize you as Division, then the good guys will help you. They'll offer you things, they'll be kind to you, and sometimes they'll want stuff from you. And if you give them stuff from you, you'll get a big boost to your points, which is nice. press shift, you can go into a full pelt run.
What are you doing?
There's the river. Like I said, it's astounding, it's beautiful. And just take your time, really. Just have a really good look, especially Brooklyn. You won't be back in Brooklyn after the tutorial. It's just the first 3, maybe 4 levels, and then that's it, you'll have left Brooklyn. So take your time to enjoy that right now. Right. Because I've wandered away from the path, I'm going to press M, which gives me the map. Now we will do more on the map later. But right now, I'm going to click on the safe house, which is where this mission is. You can see it draws a line. Now you can disable that if you want. If I press T, it will disable the GPS. You just find your own way there. No problem at all. Of course, if you're not familiar with New York, you might find that a little bit tricky to begin with. Spend enough time, you'll get used to where everything is, but you might find it tricky to begin with. I'm going to keep the GPS on. I can still go whatever way I like. But if I get lost or if I get turned around, at least I will still have a route planned out for me. See that orange line? That's the route. I love how it also comes up with the names of where you are. Main Street Park. I'm not from New York, so I love learning these things as we're going along. So the idea right now is that I get to the safe house and I get debriefed on what I'm doing here.
Agent, I've confirmed that your fellow agent Faye Lau has arrived here. Check in with her when you get inside.
Now there'll always be a door.
This area is safe.
There'll always be a door like this when you're about to enter a safe house. You'll see the name of it, and you don't need anything special to access it. You just walk up to it, open it, you'll be safe.
Hey, don't walk.
Now the safe house, see how it says unlocked? It now means from anywhere on the map you can select the safe house, press X and do fast travel there if you wanted to. Again, we'll cover this more a bit later. For now, let's go and get our debriefing.
Welcome back, I'm Rick Palazzi, and you lucky bat.
We're losing this whole neighborhood. Rioters are moving through, in force, headed this way.
Put your people there. I see someone else got the call. I'm Agent Faye Lau, Division. Activated the same time as you, part of the second wave of us going in. I don't know what happened to the first wave, but unfortunately, there's still lots left for us to do. We don't have much intel, and we don't have the luxury of failure. Not with Manhattan under lockdown and Brooklyn on the brink. People like me, and you, we're what's left to hold the line. With any luck, we'll have more to go on once we rendezvous with the commander. More about the situation, about who's turning the streets into a war zone, anything that's gonna help us do what we're supposed to do. Now, if you'll excuse me, Lieutenant.
Officer Hazen and his team are handling situation reports. If you're looking for a hotspot, that's who you want to talk to.
Complete your activation at the terminal to enable Directive 51 operational status and equipment.
Direction 51 is to do with the division.
Identity confirmed. SHD equipment activated.
Thank God you're here, Agent. I've never seen Brooklyn like this. We're barely hanging on. I'll be your point of contact for any emergency ops. We've had plenty of action and it's not letting up. Jesus. I'm not gonna have any hair left when this thing is done.
Okay. So again, as you look on the minimap, you can see you in the house. You can see there's a basket over there.
Here, that's calling your name.
And this is where you can buy stuff. Now you won't need to buy stuff right at the beginning. If I press talk, you can see that most of the stuff is already at level 3. You won't have much cash to start with, so you need to start without.
Hey,
we'll
don't
come
get
back
yourself
to that
killed,
screen
you hear me?
in subsequent videos and what it all means. Right now, you want to make sure you've loaded up.
Hey, don't walk away.
Have a good look around.
They ain't the only ones out there.
Safe houses will all be variations on this. Some people taking shelter, some having meals. Sometimes there's other agents here, there isn't at the minute. There's matchmaking over there, Brooklyn matchmaking. That's when you want to go with other people out into the streets. Over here is where they organise the missions that you're on. And this place is a gear vendor. Different safe houses have different types of vendors. Right now, we're going to go out. So once you leave the safe house...
Warning. You are now leaving the safe area.
That is the message you get.